G'day and welcome to my week on Twitter episode 6. First tweet here, Colin, 2.5 men is ending. In other news, atheism is debunked. Now I know this is my fault, but I got this wrong and I left off the front bit and said I must have missed the memo. Just a lighthearted thing there. It went a little bit nuts after that because they were related, which I see now, and a couple of people have explained to me. So Colin, sorry about that one. Got it wrong. Didn't mean to flood your mentions, which you were obviously quite upset about, even though you kept replying for hours and hours and hours. So my advice to anyone about that is if your mentions are being blown up or flooded, get off Twitter for 20 minutes, go outside, fly a kite, shampoo a kitten. People will soon forget what you've said and move on to other things. So if you don't want your mentions to be flooded by people that you don't know, stop talking to them. Pretty simple, I would have thought. In what was potentially the highlight of my Twitter week, I received an email saying, Donovan, you have a new follower. And it was Susanna Hoffs from the Bangles. Gave me a big thrill because I loved the Bangles growing up, listened to their music a lot. I went to her profile and checked, and she doesn't actually follow me, so it must have been a case of fat fingers or something. Not that I'm saying Susanna has fat fingers, but it did give me a buzz for a brief moment. So just a couple of tweets here I want to highlight because I like them. Mimic Octopus was asked, so you agree with evolution? And replied, I agree with evolution like I agree with gravity. Perfect reply to that question, well done. And MrOzAtheist Jim, imagine someone takes a chunk of your food budget and spends it on magic beans. Now you understand the school chaplaincy program. I hate the school chaplaincy program, and it's way too much detail for me to go into here, but there's been plenty of tweets about it, and it would be great if you went and had a read up on what's going on. Now, this is one of the most extraordinarily good uses of Twitter that you will ever see, in my opinion. So I saw this tweet in my timeline, ... patient. I thought, it sort of stood out. I didn't know what that word was. And then I saw it was from Frank Furter, Dr. F.N. Furter. And I thought, okay, I recognised what that was from Rocky Horror. I went to their timeline, and the previous tweet was this. I see you shiver with Antissi. Now, have a look at the date there. It's 4:10 p.m. on the 8th of May 2009, and the patient was on the 8th of May 2014. So this person has waited 5 years to send this second part of this tweet. Now, I really do hope it was a person that did this and not just some bot that was set up to send the tweet 5 years later. If it was a person, very, very well done to you. And straight on to another extraordinarily good use of Twitter. This was just a wonderful social experiment, I think I would call it. So Patton Oswalt, he tweeted, yikes, had to delete another tweet. I crossed a line on that one. Also, I thought 12 Years a Slave and The Butler were brilliant. He did a few of these tweets where he's apologised or, said, sorry, I had to delete something. There was one here, forgive me, previous tweet deleted. Sorry, yes, we all know what grape, ape, tape, and cape rhyme with. I'm an asshole. And then there were replies, not to what was said in the deleted tweets, but to what was thought was said. And the reason that this happened was because the deleted tweets never existed. So Patton is only here sent out the apology tweet. The original tweet, the tweet that he talks about, was never ever actually sent. So as they say, hook, line and sinker, this Jay Crowley fell for it. There are jokes about rape that make society the punchline, and there are jokes that make victims/assault punchlines. A crucial difference, and like 99% of the rape jokes you see on Twitter, make the victim the punchline. That's the big problem. There are jokes where rape is the topic that can be hilarious, but not when they make the victim the punchline. And when you get all defensive like this, you look as bad as Rainn Wilson did defending Prodigal Sam. Worse, really, because plagiarism doesn't contribute to rape culture, whereas these dumb fuck jokes perpetuate it. Now, Jay Crawley probably has a point here in that, I don't think anyone that I respect would make a joke about a rape victim and have the rape victim as the punchline to the joke, which is absolutely fair enough, that point that he's trying to make. But the joke that he's talking about never existed. So Patton, hit the nail on the head there. There was a lot more responses as well, not just this one that I've picked out here, but this one seemed to go on more than others. Just extraordinary. The joke didn't exist, but this person thought they heard something, thought they read something, made wild assumptions, and went on and on and on at Patton for it. Now, if you have a look at Patton's tweet, he doesn't even say the word rape, let alone, it's not like he said, "Oh, I made a bad rape joke and I apologize for it." He didn't even say the word. So it's just, like I said, it was a great social experiment and a great way of exposing how people react to what they think they've seen or heard, not what they've actually seen or heard. The NFL draft happened during the week, and Michael Sam made the news as being the first openly gay man to be drafted into the NFL. I said, I look forward to the day when a gay bloke making a football team is news because he's good at football, not because he's gay. Someone said to me that, he said that himself. He wants to be known as Michael Sam the footballer, not Michael Sam the gay footballer. I got this reply from Not So Angry Atheist. This was the most difficult aspect of coming out for me, the fact that doing so makes gay the qualifier for anything else. So I think that's a great point to make, something that we all should keep in mind and recognise people for their abilities, not their gay abilities. And that segues nicely into blogs. My tweet here, a recent highlight of why Christianity does not make the world a better place to be, and I've linked to Herman's blog here where he talks about what are some Christians saying about openly gay NFL player Michael Sam. Take a look, and if you go and have a look, the first tweet there, Michael Sam betrayed God on live TV. SPN showed a sin on live TV. The world we live in now, what a shame. And there's quite a few examples there of similar things. Go and check that out. And this blog here by Andrew Skegg, How to Debate Theists, that's fantastic. Go and have a read of that. He talks about how to keep focus on the subject at hand, making sure we don't go off on tangents, we don't lose our way, and making sure that we focus on the point that we need to be. So highly recommend you go and read that one. And a couple of things here that made me laugh during the week. Watcher 1 said to Scholar Miss V, you forgot to add idiot to your profile, misspelling profile. That is just fantastic. If you're going to call someone an idiot, make sure you don't have a spelling error in it. And from God Who, a picture here of the Scooby-Doo group with various religions around, and the Scooby-Doo group as the atheists in the middle. Always loved how the crew there always thought there was something behind the mask and kept investigating and didn't just settle for what they could see. They actually found the right answer. Okay, thank yous. And the first one to everyone. My account was 3 years old during the week, so MrOzAtheist 3 years old today. Thank you to all who followed, retweeted, Follow Friday, and favorited me. Thank you to all the friends I've made. I have a lot of fun on Twitter, and it's all thanks to the people who follow me and that I follow, so thank you very much for that. I had this phrase here which I couldn't fit into a tweet, even though I know the done thing isn't making memes of your own words. I think ideally we should accept that which is demonstrably true, reserve judgment on all else, and pursue knowledge for the sake of advancing our species and those we share the planet with. And if we discover something that doesn't gel with our beliefs, then we adjust our beliefs. Now, I got this tweet in reply. My mate was wondering whose quote this is, and I said it's mine, even though I know it's not the done thing to put your own quote in a meme. So I just wanted to thank SS Guna there for thinking that some of my words were perhaps a quote by someone far more important or well known than I am. And that brings us to tweet of the week. It's not someone I follow. It was retweeted into my timeline. I retweeted it myself. And it reads, boyfriend to girlfriend in secondhand bookshop. You've got enough books. She could do better. Perfect. You can't have enough books. This was great. So well done, Chris Power, on getting my tweet of the week. And that is it for this Twitter Week in Review. I think that's the 6th one. Thank you again for watching. Find me on Twitter as MrOzAtheist. My blog, which I haven't updated for a long time now, I need to get onto that, MrOzAtheist.blogspot.com. I'm here on YouTube, MrOzAtheist Video, which you would know because you're watching it, and you can find me as MrOzAtheist Donovan on Google+. G'day and welcome to another week on Twitter where I explain what is... Nah, that's stupid.